I'm so glad you're here for another episode of Mechanism Monday, where every Monday we write out the electron-pushing arrow mechanisms for different organic reactions. In last week's video, I asked if you could solve the mechanism for this chemical transformation, so if you haven't had a chance, pause the video now and try it independently. And make sure you stick around to the end because I'll give you another mechanism to solve for next week's video. If you stuck around this long, I'm quite impressed because this looks incredibly complicated, and I chose it for a few different reasons. Number one, I'll tell you about in just a second, but it actually comes from something that I saw in a Reddit post. I do follow the subreddit ChemPros, ChemHelp, and Chemistry, and I encountered something that I thought was pretty cool, and I'll give you a hint. It actually happens at this position. The second thing is that this actually comes from E.J. Corey, who's a titan in the field of organic chemistry, so I wanted to incorporate some of his work, but then also, uniquely, I actually think that this looks like Pac-Man. I'm just going to be honest, this group over here looks to me like Pac-Man, and I thought that was cool. So diving in, you'll notice that we use silicon dioxide and an acid, but our first reagent is actually this piperidine, where we have this 6-membered ring here that contains a nitrogen group on it. And in fact, this is our nucleophile in our reaction. And I mentioned that the first part that I noticed that actually came from a question asked on ChemPros as the subreddit on Reddit actually happened at this reaction. And I started to look it up and see what type of reactivity we can do at these positions. And this one caught my eye. So what ends up happening is basically just a typical 1,4 conjugate addition, which is surprising to me, but what ends up happening is that these electrons will come and attack this carbon position. And just like in an alpha-beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, this will shift over these pi electrons and kick up these electrons to oxygen. Just like in a typical 1,4 conjugate addition, where you end up generating kind of like an enolate. However, in this case, it's going to be kind of like an allene because you end up with 2 carbon-to-carbon double bonds directly adjacent to one another. And following protonation, we actually end up generating that alpha-beta unsaturated carbonyl compound that you're typically used to seeing, or an enone. And from here, we can do a named reaction. This is called the Nova-Nagel condensation, where the nitrogen electrons will shift down, allowing for a flow of electrons to occur that give us that second cyclic system. And from here, we're actually only one step away, where all we need to do is a 4+2 exo type of reaction. And this cycloaddition reaction serves to give us the rest of our product. And this product that was made is actually a marine natural product known as antheliolide A. The framework of 4, 5, 6, and even 9-membered rings, and the particular arrangement of functionality in multiple embedded stereocenters sharply limit the range of chemical reactions that are applicable to the synthesis. So this really was a wonder when it came out in 2006, and I've gone ahead and included the citation here, in case you're interested in learning more. If you enjoyed this week's mechanism, give it a thumbs up down below. And for next week, I'd love to see if you could figure out the electron-pushing arrow mechanism for this organic reaction. Drop your thoughts as a comment down below, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you never miss out. I'll see you next week.